All right, hi everyone. Thanks for joining me for the ELA Champion Update. I'm going to start with a quick review of where we've come from the beginning of our school year and then wrap up with kind of like our next steps of where we're moving forward from here. I hope that this flipped opportunity will support you being able to take a look at this at home, here at school, or whenever you can, so that you can fit it in and have time to be able to look this over. With our email, you have the link for this video, and then you also have the new walkthrough tool that I'm going to be talking about, and you also have a PowerPoint that kind of gives a little bit more detail to the things that I've been talking about. All right, so we started our journey this year back in August at pre-planning, and with that our ELA champion groups met. We took our school improvement plan, and then from there we looked to see, okay, what's that focus going to be for ELA, and that became our focus goal. Then we also looked to see what action steps do we need to put in place so that we can make sure that we're going to meet this goal. And so with that, the champion group then decided on a couple of action steps that they shared with their teams, we've shared with our staff, and we've all been working towards. I think something important for us to realize or to recognize is that this is aligned with our school improvement plan, and ultimately it's all about helping our students increase their achievement. And Karen and I have also taken our school leader network goals and we've aligned that too, so that all of this work that we're doing with ELA is very intentional to helping our student achievement. So we began in September, and we started off with an ELA walkthrough tool that basically just helped us to look and see, is guided reading happening? What are the components of it, and do we see evidence that that's happening? And so we started off with walkthroughs about every other week. We tried to make sure that we were getting in and giving that feedback and provided the glows and the grows. So in September, our glowing trends, we saw that most classrooms had a space for guided reading, and that there were some guided group objectives seen, but it wasn't totally consistent across all grade levels, but it was there. So our growing trends, we had quite a few, but the two that I really want to highlight right now is that we saw that we needed to grow with the consistency of meeting with our guided groups, and that we needed to make sure that we were following our schedules so that we could consistently meet with our groups. Those were the two biggest ones. So as we moved through, that feedback was being given in September and then in early October. And here we are at the end of October, and what we're seeing as our glowing trends is that our guided groups are being pulled consistently, which is awesome. We have fidelity of our schedules, and we have students working in independent reading. So a lot to really glow about. Our grows that we're going to move forward with from this point is that we want to continue to plan and ensure that we're having those guided groups. And we want to look to see how we can connect the running records and the anecdotal records that we're taking during guided reading, and connect those to planning for the needs of our students when we have them in our guided groups. So please take a moment to celebrate, because we have more glows than we do grows at this time from where we started off in September. And we want to have that growth mindset, and we want to keep moving forward. So as we're celebrating that we do have a lot of glows, we know that we will always have the grows. And so we're going to shift kind of like in our thinking so that as we're looking to see what do we need to do now with guided reading. And a big piece of that is that the question that we want to ask ourselves is, what evidence do we see in our guided reading lessons that suggests that our students' needs are being met? And that's a general reflection question that you're going to hear us talk about a lot through ELA champion groups and staff and facilitated planning, because we really want to make that connection of meeting our students' needs. So to do that, to help with that, our walkthrough, the way we're doing our walkthroughs is going to change, and we have a new tool. And we wanted, the purpose mostly for this video today is to be able to let you know about that so we can go ahead and get started with it, because we know that we have to focus and every minute matters. So we've celebrated, and now we want to look to see how we're going to move forward. So our new tool that we're going to be sharing with you, we tried to focus more on the students and what they're doing during guided reading and those behaviors that we're seeing. And we're also trying to focus on how we are getting our students to those desired behaviors. So that's going to be the basis of this new walkthrough. This new tool also is going to slow down the observers. So instead of like an every other week quick 10-minute observation and kind of like a check, 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 we see these things, we're moving more to more thoughtful thoughtful observations, which is going to take the observer a little longer. So you could expect a walkthrough probably about every 3 to 4 weeks. We're going to continue to give grade level trends, but we will do that after we've seen everybody in that grade level. So what that means is that we may see you on a Tuesday, but that trend might not come out until that Friday or that following Monday. We still want to be very timely with it, but we want to be able to capture what's going on across for a grade level. And when I say we, that would be myself, Ms. Fuentes, Ms. Huxham, Ms. Schaefer, and Ms. Oliveri. So the 5 of us are going to be working together to be able to have those walkthroughs, pull together those trends, and be able to share out the continued work that we're doing here on our campus. Again, attached to the email here, you will see that walkthrough tool so that you can take a look at it. So also want to make sure you know about the supports that are going on right now that are supporting our ELA. So we have a ghost walk on October 31st that I hope you've seen the invitations for. We tried to make it a fun way to celebrate the guided reading that's going on our campus. So please join us for that. We have our ELA champions that will continue to meet and reflect on the data that we have for ELA, design those action steps, and then champion for ELA in your team meetings. We also are going to be offering a guided reading refresher course called What Makes Guided Reading Tick? And so that an email will be coming out about when we're going to be doing that, and it'll be kind of like a quick but down and dirty session to be able to make sure everybody's on the same page. And then again, myself, Ms. Fuentes, and our reading coaches will be coming through with a new walkthrough tool, and you'll continue to have those glows and those grows. So with that to say, we're glowing. And we're going to continue growing because this is just one part of our journey, and we'll continue to grow as we go through the year. So remember, it's our people that we have in place that make the difference. And I thank you for being here with us at Dover. And as we pull together, we want to remember that we believe that our students can and will learn. We focus because every minute matters that we have with our students, and we grow. We want to actively participate in our own growth so that we can help make sure that our students are growing. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you out and about on the campus.